playing with some paint stuff, so I don't know how easy it is to see. A little bit more sanding to do, but sanded the silver off the aluminum Ford emblem there. I got the trans taped up and then painted silver. Still a little damp. But we'll I'm going to replace these with AN fittings. Anyway, come back and we'll touch up the black. So this guy gets sprayed black, the bolts. I don't know if I'll touch them up black or not. The pan's getting replaced with this guy. It's kind of like a B&M one. It's made by, it's a Speedmaster part, but it's sold by Performance Automotive. So it's black, it'll look good under there, so I didn't worry about taping that up. It's got a new gasket, I don't care about that. This is steel, so I taped it up with these things. It'll get black. We'll do that tomorrow. Maybe late tonight if I get bored. Anyway, that's really all I did today. Just poking around. I did some cleaning up, organizing. Put a second bolt in the vise. Figured if it's going to be out here, then I might as well use it. Oh, got the pulley on. I think you guys saw me bolted that on. I measured put the belt on, relax the tension, or actually, relax it, exercise the tensioner. So I got the shortest possible belt that'll go on there, and I'll go to the store tomorrow and get that. That'll get it plugged in, and I just kind of been doing that sort of thing today, just keeping stuff organized and clean. And transmission's got to go in before I get to the exhaust, so I'm kind of getting really close to there. So there we go. All right, guys, start this again. I'm going to take off this pan, put this pan on, Speedmaster part. I think you can see that. It's a kind of a B&M knockoff. I put one on another transmission. The one on the black Mustang looks exactly the same, except for it says Speedmaster instead of B&M on it. Comes with a filter extension, which is just a stanchion. New Allen head nuts, a plug to adapt it, because this one you see is a dipstick in the pan. Ford put dipstick in the pan and dipstick in the case, and both of mine are pan transmissions, so it came with a plug just in case you ordered the wrong one, I guess. And this is the adapter. The dipstick goes in there, and then that goes in there, so I'll put that on once it's in the car. Right now we're just going to swap out this, and interesting, we're going to swap out this and put the stuff on. Here we go. Oh, duh. No more. Uno mas. A little fluid in there. Not bad. Left over from assembly, I'm sure. Old filter. I say old, it was brand new, but so on some of these transmissions there's a thing that sticks out here with a spring in it, but apparently this guy, I'm going to assume that goes there. Cover that up because 96 8 foot-pounds, which is 96 inch-pounds. There you go. That was already there. Roger that. Alright, put on the doodle here. It's pretty straightforward. Pattern is arced so you can't mess it up, hopefully. Adjustable spanner. Make sure you get the metric one. Speedmaster, you know. It's on. These are crush washers, so it kind of tightens it in. Otherwise, I would have Loctited that guy. No. Yep, that's correct, man. That's good. That's good. Put one of these in without the washer just to get us started. Put that on. Maybe. Uh-oh. I don't want to go on there quite right. Yeah, that's right. It's not this way. Well, it could be that way. Either way, it doesn't matter. Oh, no. No, have to go on this way. 100%. Alright, so this translates to that. Oh, she's there. Alright, we'll just... see if it's a failure of the gasket or a failure of the tube here. This guy right here is conflicting. That's never a good sign. Oh, we'll fix it. Got a ledge right here that's hitting on the inside of the case just a little bit, so I'm going to do some modification. the one there. There's looking right here. Snug. Filters off. We'll just check the doodle one more time. Oh yeah, that got us a little bit, and we're still flush on the bottom there, so we're good to go. Torque these guys back down. All the things we do to make stuff look better. I don't even know why, but I wanted some of the things to be black. This servo over here cover is aluminum, so it went aluminum. But just taped it up so I get some paint on the yoke and these brackets down here. I had one blue one rusty one, and yeah. Anyway, get some couple more coats on and then set her in the corner, let her dry for a day so I can put it in. Alright, just getting all the parts and pieces ready to go for the transmission. I didn't bore you with the sanding and stuff. I hit it with 80 grit, knocked off all the old stuff. Well, I cleaned them first, then I hit it with 80 grit, then I hit it with 180, and I was like, it's a transmission support, 180 is good enough. Oh, not sure if you can hear that, but sorry to borrow your car, guys, but solar system is going nuts today. The neighbor, I don't know why, but they chopped down like 10 trees. So in the morning, I'm getting, from the morning like 7:30 in the morning, I'm getting twice the sun. Like, it looks like a turbo boost curve. It like fully shifted like 3 hours to the left, and it just ramps up and goes. And I think today, which was it's been a spotty day, it was raining pretty good today, and I'm at friggin' 19 kilowatt hours, so been working all day for free. Ooh, nice, I see that, I missed a spot, look at that. That's why I opened the doors. You see the old blue through there, I'm gonna have to hit that. Anyway, painted these guys up. I'm gonna hit it again one more coat because I just saw some blue shining through. This is the bottom. I painted the top that you can't see. Then I flipped them over so I can sit on that. I'm painting the bottom now, and I got it sitting on the, kind of sitting on the nuts. It's really close, hard to see. That's the last thing. Then just put the transmission in, which is sitting over there because I think it's cool sitting over there on the stool. Like, it's just waiting to go in. You know, like, hey, don't forget about me. I'm over here waiting to go in. Anyway, I'm being silly. I had the air out, so I blew off some stuff. This is a little clean again, but weekend coming up, so we're going to get some more work done. Anyway, there's an update. Transmission's ready. It's all painted up, cleaned up, rebuilt. We got these things painted yesterday. Pulled out the old converter. It looks a little bit, but it's pretty smooth. It's got a little bit of a thing right there, but transmission didn't fail. So, well, it failed, but it didn't fail bad, so nothing, no reason to replace the torque converter. Got these guys trimmed. Trying to make room for, you can see the turbo exhaust coming down and then in. We'll see what happens. And I've got V-bands for the 2.5-inch adapters here. And these are stainless because we're going to be able to V-band in the, hopefully we're going to be V-band in the downpipe and then tie into the, just butt weld these. No reason to worry about V-bands here because there'll be one right there. and then it'll go up. So that whole downpipe will be easily removable. Anyway, that's what we're up to today. We'll see if we can get it in. Usually only takes a couple minutes to get a transmission in a Ford because there's lots of room. Alright, I forget sometimes with this new stuff. So the engine in the truck is a 94. It had a, I think it had a C6 with a lockup converter and the such. This is a 72. I want to say it was out of a 70 C4 out of a 72 Torino. It's hard for me to remember, but it wasn't lining up. It was lining up, but the transmission didn't want to bolt to the engine. So, and then I noticed the torque converter was getting kind of taut, so I didn't force it or anything. It's hard to see. If I do that, you can see the ring gear difference. And then if I come up a little bit, you can see that this has got a little lip right here. Maybe you can see it right here better. And it doesn't have much of a lip here. So this is the mating surface. This goes to the crank, and this is the mating surface for the torque converter. Here, and you can see it's about 1/4 of an inch taller. About 1/4 of an inch taller, and it's just enough that it takes out all the slop from, you know, transmission. The torque converter moves in and out just a little bit before you have it bolted up, before you have the torque converter bolted to the flex plate. And it should. When you bolt it to the flex plate, it fixes its point. But if this flex plate is too deep into the transmission case, it forces the torque converter into the front pump, and then the transmission, and it will break it. So you don't want to do that. No, this is the right flex plate for the application, but it's missing some teeth, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that or not. Quite a few of them. It's just one I had laying around, so obviously we can't use it. I'm gonna have to order another one, and we're stock. I'll figure something else out to do this weekend. All right. Well, we got the tranny ready to go in. Just kind of painted it up. Ended up going to AutoZone. I ordered the part online, but they kept sending the wrong thing, so I got the correct one from AutoZone. C4 1972 style Torino with a 351. Hopefully the bolt pattern's the same. I haven't checked it yet. Should be though. Get this guy in, because as usual, now it's time to work on a paying gig, kind of. We got that Tahoe we're messing with the motor on. We got to put a replacement motor in it that was purchased by the person. And so I got to get this out of the way, which means I'm going to get that transmission in and then set the hood on it so I can push it outside, because it's the rainy season right now. Well, you know, springtime. Anyway. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this tranny in. It's normal stuff. Ford always put 4 bolts on there. We'll put this spacer in. I can't remember if I filmed this or not, but I cut the cutouts that were sitting right about here, because the downpipes for the turbos are going to come down along here, and I'm going to use V-band clamps and not going to have cutouts, because if I want to do cutouts I can just take the V-bands off. You know, pretty easy at the track, but I don't think I'll ever do that. I think I'm trying to make this just a nice street riding hot rod, so we'll see how that works out, and I'll pick you up in a minute. Well, shoot. I got to working and completely forgot to film. I'm an idiot. I'll jack it back up and show you the cross member and stuff, but it's just transmission, nothing critical. The flex plate that I bought was made by Pioneer from AutoZone, and the tolerances on the flex plate to torque converter bolt were ridiculously tight. I was worried that the bolt pattern wasn't right because I didn't check it before I put it in, which is critical. It was a rookie mistake, but I rotated a few times and noticed that they were really close, and just manipulated the torque converter, and then it went through. Didn't put a lot of pressure on it, so it should be okay. I got all the extra parts cleaned up off of this. Basically just Loctited the flex plate bolts on, torqued them to 80 foot-pounds. Then the torque converter bolts, I torqued theirs to 45 with Loctite, blue, not red. The cross member's in, but the bolt that holds the transmission to the cross member, it's a big, long, skinny, like 5/16. I didn't have it laying around, so I put it in later. So when I do that, when I jack it up again to put that in and work on some other stuff, I'll take a little video of what it looks like under there. It's pretty clean though, pretty nice install. I need to put the dipstick in anyway. I forgot to put that in because it's goes in the pan and goes on one of the transmission bolts. So I put that in. Like I said, I'm getting ready to put it outside, so I had the fuel pump and fuel filter mocked up. I got to put this lid back on and cover it up. I might just put plastic over the back, the whole thing. It's not going to be out there but a day or so. It just kills me. Have it in here all dry and clean and nice, and then have to put it back outside, but that's okay. Gotta fix stuff. Got stuff to fix. I'll show you what my brother came down for some other stuff, and he helped me. He's got that old, I think you remember Tim was doing just cleaning this off, getting it ready. We got body work roughed in, and we stopped and got some paint and some primer, some 4-in-1, so we'll soon to get that thing primered, and then I'll have to do some blocking. And we got some more lemon ice yellow. It was hard to find that color because it's an old color, but yeah, that's going to be painted up soon. And when I do that, I'll put the fender on. So it's got a little bit more tearing apart to do because I got to tear the bumper off. Bumper's got to come off because it's ruined, bent. They're springy, you can't fix them. And then fender, which I've got. Hope you can see it up there. New one. Got the last Certifit one in Washington like 5 years ago. I don't know if they make Certifit makes them anymore, but I know you can get them from LMC Truck and stuff. But shipping's kind of a pain. And up here we have a Certifit store, so I can go up there and get it without paying for just taxes, not shipping. But anyway, there's an update. I'll let you know what happens this weekend.